So section 10.4 is on solving equations that are already in factored form. I like to think of this section as the section where you're going to learn how to use the zero product rule, So in chapter 9 we solved quadratic equations, and in this chapter we again have some, but we're going to solve these by factoring. So in the past chapter we solved by graphing and the square root method, and in this chapter we're going to factor and use the zero product rule. So here we have a quadratic that's in factored form, 2x minus 3 times x plus 5. And so applying the zero product rule is going to mean that we see on the right hand side of the equation is a 0. On the left hand side it must also be equal to 0. So the 2x minus 3 has to be equal to 0, or the x plus 5 has to be equal to 0. The number that we can plug in to the x plus 5 to make that part 0 would simply be -5. So we take a -5, and if we plug that in for the x, that will give us a 0 in that parenthesis. So that's going to be the solution to that problem. Now the 2x minus 3, usually I ask my students to show all the work on this, and this is how you show all the work. So you have 2x minus 3 equals 0, and that means you're going to add 3, so you get 2x equals 3. You're going to divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 3/2. Okay, so here's another example. Here we have x minus 4 times x plus 1 equals 0. And our zero product rule means that if x minus 4 is equal to 0, that makes the equation true. Or if x plus 1 is equal to 0, that makes the equation true. So when we plug in a 4 for x, we have 4 minus 4 equals 0. So 4 is a solution. When we plug in -1 for x, -1 plus 1 equals 0, and that's a solution. So back in chapter 9, when we were solving by graphing, we found that where the graph crossed the x-axis was known as a solution. So when we find our solutions by factoring, we also have the x-intercepts. And if you have the x-intercepts, in this case 4 and -2 are the x-intercepts, then you can find the x value of the vertex by averaging your two solutions. And then of course once you find the x value of your vertex, you can plug it back into the equation to find the y value of the vertex. This is just an alternative way to find the vertex instead of using -b over 2a to find the x value and plug and chug to find the y value.